pears going first because they need to cook for quite a while. And we're just gonna leave them up there and let them tease you. They're gonna smell absolutely amazing, okay? So first, this is gonna be a wine poach, and I'm using a dry red wine. Cinnamon stick, okay? Cinnamon sticks work better for this kind of thing. You can use dried cinnamon if you want, but this will release a little better, give you an awesome flavor, okay? And then clove. Are you guys all familiar with cloves? Yeah. See them? They go well with ham. 2 of those in here. All right, and then I want a little citrus in there, so we're gonna do orange. We're gonna zest our orange. When you're zesting, you want to make sure, like Joel was talking about earlier, you just want that bright outside part. If you get down any further to the white part, you'll get a bitter flavor that you don't want. We're going to bring it to a simmer just to release the cinnamon and the clove. And at that point, you would let it simmer for 5 minutes. Okay? In the meantime, I'm going to peel my pears. So when I was looking at pears, you can use a lot of pears for this, but you want something that's slightly firm. These are Boston pears, and they hold up pretty well. So you want to think about that because you are cooking it and you still want the shape when you're done. And I'm just going to cut the bottoms of them so that they stand upright. That's all. Leave the stem on, it makes a nice presentation. For the 3 to 24 hour period, you leave them in the sauce. Then you pull them out. You can half them, you can serve them fanned out, anything like that. And you're going to reduce your sauce by half. Okay? So you're going to get a nice sticky syrup once you pull that out. And the way I like to plate them, you can see those pears with all those colors. And then that is a little mascarpone sweetened with some honey. Okay? Right on top. And we're going to drizzle the sauce. See how thick that sauce gets when you reduce it? There's nothing in it to thicken it, you just reduce it down. Okay? So while you have your pear recipe, now switch to your chicken, your milk poached chicken, okay? Alright, the milk poached chicken was one that threw me. I wasn't quite sure what to think about it, but I adapted the recipe I found, and I really fell in love with this one. So I think you guys will like it too. Alright, if you read your recipe, it says 2 cups of carrots julienne. So we just want relatively thin, matchstick style cuts. Okay, it's gonna cook pretty quickly. It's gonna cook nice in the milk with the chicken. The easiest way to do that, I'm gonna show you, at least for me. I cut them into manageable pieces. Slice down into planks, and then just julienne them. So I'm going to turn this down a little because I got to let it go to boiling a little bit. Got all those flavors opened up. You guys smell it yet? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be really neat. Alright, put your pears in. And we're going to let this go for about 25 minutes, and we're going to turn the pears throughout the process so that they pick up that color. Okay? Now to deal with my leek, your recipe calls for 1 leek. These are relatively small, so I'm using 2. Leeks are dirty. Leeks have a lot of dirt hidden in all these crevices. So what we're going to do is thinly slice it and submerge it in water. So we're going to take all this, let it separate in the water. In the meantime, I'm going to get our poaching liquid ready. This one is really simple. Lemon zest. And then another flavor that goes really well with lemon and chicken is thyme. I've got lemon zest, and I've got fresh thyme. So when you're dealing with fresh chopped thyme, it's really simple. You hold on to one end, you pull straight down, and all those little leaves come right down with it. So this is my poaching liquid. And I'm also going to add my chicken. Boneless, skinless chicken. I use chicken breast. You could use dark meat if you wish. So you can see they're starting to take on that color. Alright, so we're just going to rotate them so they cook evenly. This is coming really close to a liquid. I can feel it almost there. We're going to add our veggies. And these have had time. You'll see any dirt particles are now on the bottom, and the leeks are floating. Just going to pull them out of the liquid. I'm going to submerge this all down as much as I can. While Joel was doing the asparagus, our chicken got done. You can see it down in there. It's all done. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull all our veggies out from our milk. If you're doing just a small batch like this, you can do it with tongs. If you're doing a lot of it, feel free to run it through a strainer and save the milk. Now we're going to use this milk to create a sauce. We are going to add sour cream. That's going to thicken it quite a bit. And I'm doing this on the burner, but there's no heat to it. Mustard, just regular yellow mustard. And then we're going to do quite a bit of salt and pepper. Just keep stirring it into it. So in the meantime, we're going to quickly take our chicken here and we're going to shred it. Okay? We don't want to cut it up. We don't want to dice it. We want these torn edges so that they pick up the sauce. Relatively big pieces still, but nice and shredded. So all of these edges are going to pick up that sauce. You can serve this over several things. I would recommend rice or like a polenta would be really good with this. So I'm going to put down a bed of rice. One of the key things in this dish is the salt and pepper. See, I'm glad I did it. To plate this, you can do it one of two ways. You can add your chicken and veggies back into your pot and then pour it over it. Or you can do a nice little layered look.
Just season.
Pile those beautiful veggies right on top. And this is a relatively light dish, so if I was serving it to company, I would throw a little parsley.